What's your opinions on it? It's still on, well, the infested one had a sharp implement to the neck, and there was 10,000 odd people in there, and then there was somebody even got in the box. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I thought somebody was going to come in the box to stop what was happening. They were like egging them on and saying, do it, and then even said at one time, do it with something that you tie. And it was I swear to God, I don't know how many times I reported that last night, and it come back, no, yes, and it come back, no violation. I thought, I use for real. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Well, anyways, it was just the top of the screen. That's what I could see, because I just constantly kept reporting it. I think all the time it was going on, either 40 or 50 odd times, I reported that. Sorry, Truly Scrumptious. Good morning.
Good morning, Paul. Yeah, everybody was reporting it. I didn't see it. Yourself just heard it.
Is that echoing for everybody or not?
Yeah, it just kept coming back, no violations. Everybody's been saying it. But I'm not being funny, and please, I don't care if people hate me. But let's be real. Elphaba's views was going down. She was losing week by week by week. We was all waiting for the next big thing she was going to do. And bang, she's got the whole lot talking about her. She's got the whole views talking about her. And now she's shaking her hands together because she's got all the money in the gifts.
Well, listen, everybody, sorry, Truly Scrumptious, everybody is going to be talking about it, because it was absolutely disgusting on every level.
I agree.
Absolutely. And just to think, listen, at the end of the day, it's a 13+ app, right? And yes, we'll all do, well, most of us will do things wrong on here, but not to that level. Not to that level. Yes, it does need reporting to Ofcom. It really, really does. And it needs management involved, whichever one's the boss. It needs the management involved. And it needs the IP address took down, because if not, it'll just keep making different accounts constantly. And when they put them on the rankings and gift them and say well done and a pat on the back for what that happened last night, that was absolutely disgusting. And that should go for anybody who tries to do anything online, because what message is that giving out to kids? Sorry, that's my opinion. And I know everybody's going to come at me, who am I to speak, but I don't do that.
Good morning.
Morning, Sasha. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Good. Good.
Yeah,
so, what do you... What's your opinion on it, Sasha?
Sorry, go on.
What's your opinion on last night? Did you watch it or not?
No, I didn't watch it. However, the thing that concerns me is that
thank you, everybody.
There's 9 in Poison Eyeballs box now, and you look at what she did the previous
That's
night,
what I'm saying for anybody.
Said, and they're all just deflecting from what happened with her, and that she's saying,
well, for anybody.
And they're asking what, you know what I can't get over, Pearl? They're asking, like, I won't use the word, I'll just say KNIFE.
Yeah.
And they're all asking what sort of KNFIE it was. It's totally irrelevant. But let's just go back the night
It was
before.
bad. It was bad.
And what happened? And she's done exactly the same on live, and now she's sat and everyone's bringing up Elphaba. Yeah, it is wrong, but they're all fucking wrong.
Well, I didn't
say what anyone
I didn't
says.
see what you. I don't agree with any of it.
You
but
said
40 odd times, or it could have been 50 odd times. I reported that live last night, and I come back with no violations, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was bad.
I know.
That happened to me as well. Thank you for inviting me, Carol.
Sorry, good morning.
You said you bit. So be it. You were, and listen, you're not an offensive bloody person.
I said a word. Listen, at first I apologised. I've moved on, and then, like I said, I'm not even speaking about that no more, because fucking hell, I've been dragged over the coals.
No, we don't need to.
Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, to coming on to saying a word to doing what was I've never experienced anything like that in my life, to sit and watch. Well, I wasn't watching. I was on the live, right? Because the odd time I will, when
And
he
you know what?
sings and he does whatever.
A
But
lot
to
of
see
people are
that,
saying
sorry.
that it's a kid's act and you've got to be 14 and blah blah. I'm a grown-ass adult, 47 years old, and I'm the same as you, Pearl. I didn't get to see an awful lot of it because all I was constantly doing was reporting the video to
Oh
SA.
my
Yeah,
God!
but
Either
James, you
40
were
odd
just in
times or
with
50 odd
James.
times.
You were
Sorry.
just
And
in with
what happened with you, Happy James? What come back with you?
Exactly the same as you.
Oh, no violations. There you go. So I don't know how that
But
works
James,
out.
you've just been in with Angie.
I have, yeah.
And I think people are forgetting that, and it's a massive deflection. That let's just go back the night before and what she said. And I've always said this to Pearl. I've spoke to Pearl before. Let's get in reality and how she ended up on TikTok, and it was probably 18 months ago, talking about the dog. Now, we can all have banter and have a laugh and things like that. And people, yeah, we do things wrong, we say things wrong, but hold on a minute.
Bloody hate her.
Pardon?
I'm still confused to the relevance of me being on another live.
Before anybody starts talking, because I've never even heard an update or anything this morning, is she at hospital? Is she, anything happened
Yeah,
to
she
her?
has been taken to hospital. Apparently.
Right. Sorry,
I'm
go on, you
telling
can
you
carry.
now, Pearl, she planned this. Elphaba planned this. I'm telling you now, because the night before she was like upsetting everything, and this woman was tough. She was so nice. I thought, oh, come on, Fanny's gonna get through to her. And then an hour later, she was singing, dancing, and laughing and everything. And then the next night, she does this to herself.
But you know something that's clear, clear to me, that's a real mental health problem. That,
That's
when
what
you can
I
be
said.
up and down.
Yeah, she should have been sectioned like last night.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make the hospital, they should have sectioned her and shown her that she got repercussions.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And it's real. Real things can happen. I'm glad it did it happen like what she wanted to do, or if she done what she wanted to do. It should have been sectioned
Even for the
and
infested
showed
one's
what can
own
happen.
even for the infested one's own safety now,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
think it's at
yeah,
that
you
breaking
that
point
word,
where
yeah.
one time it's going to go wrong,
Yeah.
right? But lots of people saying it's an act, this, that, and the other. Yes, Bri. Lots of people saying it's an act, but one of these times it could go wrong, and then
It
for a
will
fucking
do.
act.
You're right.
Well,
Really?
You're
we were
right,
just
Pearl.
saying on another live just a minute ago that even if it was an act and everything else, she was so emotive last night, jumping up and down off her chair and everything else, while she had that thing against
Do you know
her. It would have
something? I
only
don't
taken
think it
for
is an
an
act. I
accident.
don't think it is an act. I think
I
it's a
do.
cry for help. Listen, it's getting that far in the bottom of the pit. I really do think it's a cry for help. And do you know, when somebody daren't do something but wants help, and I think that's the only way maybe is to express it, but I think it's wrong, because last night was so bad.
Maybe, but then that's not going to stop people hating her. Because she just does one. As soon as you feel sorry for her, she does something else. So you're going to hate
See,
her again.
it's no good hating on people for doing something like that, because it's
No,
obvious
not
to
that,
me.
girl. I'm on about. It's like I felt sorry for her the night before, and then the next night she does something else, and it's like
I know.
you
But
haven't got
exactly,
time to feel sorry for her.
this is my point, truly scrumptious. These things that keep happening, right? It's a recurring thing. So do you not think they may be waiting for somebody to see them, somebody to see that they really do need help, because they've maybe not got to that level where something will be carried out. But if this doesn't get stopped, something is going to be carried out. It
Yeah,
did
something
happen
will
once
happen to her, and that's why I'm saying that's why I wanted her to be sectioned to show her things can happen. You know what I mean? And that way she would have got the help.
Yeah. Well, it's sad. It's just sad on all levels. But last night I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I reported it, and all you could see was the top of his head sitting, like the top of his head, the top of his head at the top, and you could see like here. So that's how you could see what was going on. And all I was doing was constantly reporting it, and it was unreal. I couldn't believe. finally, but after like people had gone in the box, the comments were absolutely, oh, they were on another level.
Somebody thought about it or something, wasn't there? She needs calling out as well.
That's who I'm on about. The person who got in there was two people got in the box, but one wouldn't show the face. But the comments, oh my sweet Jesus Christ, was saying all kinds, telling like what to do. Then somebody got in the box and was saying, do it. Vile on every level. Vile.
Well, they need calling out big time.
But the thing is,
Exactly.
though, I think you're right, and that it'll happen so many times, and then there'll be one time where it happens, and it won't be on social media.
Listen, everybody knows I'm not the infested one's biggest fan at all, right? Because I don't agree with loads of things that happens on there. But now I genuinely feel sorry, and you can see I just think, listen, he needs sectioning, he needs proper help, because is he 20?
Yeah.
He's just a baby. He is just a baby, and it's going to go sadly wrong. He'll end up with some concoction of something in him, and it'll go wrong. Please believe me.
He's probably sitting there laughing, thinking, "Yeah, I've got you all talking about me. I've got the views." But what? In a week's
But you
time,
know,
it's going to come else, and then what's he
through
going
his
to do?
scrumptious. I would rather him be stood there laughing, thinking he's got everybody talking to him if he's sitting somewhere getting help, than being in that dark, depressed way.
Yeah,
if it's
which
real.
I'm
Do you know
on
what
about
I'm
what you're
saying?
going to do next week, Pearl, when it's all died down.
Yeah.
Talk about him. What's he going
Yeah.
to do?
Well,
What's he
let's
gonna do?
just hope the help's there and gets put in place. But if TikTok had anything about TikTok, they would definitely shut the IP address down and just be done with it there and then. I know he'll go somewhere else, but even still. And then one by one needs to follow suit with it, because that was not a normal thing to do last night, and it was upsetting more than anything.
They must have had thousands and thousands of complaints last night, and every one of them come back no violation. TikTok has got a lot to answer for.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, sorry.
It's not that easy to trace IP addresses. TikTok is majority owned by China, and we don't have no alliance with China. So if we ask them for IP information, they are not obliged to give us it. And now we're out of the EU.
No, not for us, but you think TikTok could do something. That's what I'm saying. TikTok themselves would do something. Do you know
Or
what I'm
even,
saying?
that represents Galaxy there. Galaxy should do something to virtual.
Yeah, it's not all about IP addresses, because we're all getting quite savvy now, and we know how to use VPNs, etc. So it's not that easy to trace an IP address, and it's not very, very easy. No, it's not. I've worked in that area for a long time. It's not easy, and the authorities don't have
Sorry, I'll be 1 second.
We don't have to supply us with that information anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally totally down to TikTok doing it themselves.
The rap you want, don't you?
Exactly. Can I just say that I was flipping through the FYP this morning, and there was one live that I did come across. I don't know how true this is, but if it is, this made me sick to my stomach. But apparently there was a minor, I'm not sure if she's 15, 16, but she was supposed to have, it was supposed to have triggered her very, very heavily last night, that live. Very heavily.
I heard that. That's,
Yeah.
1 second, everybody.
I've done all this something triggered her really bad.
You can find the IP. You can go on to Google and say what's this IP, but it doesn't mean you're going to trace the person.
Apparently Elphaba did it at the right time when people was live streaming, so they was going to come across it, and she knew the kids would be on. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I don't want nothing to happen to her, but she planned this, but she planned it to use and give, not to go the other way.
You're an extra bit.
But that made me sick to my stomach when I heard
I
that.
just think it's all really sad.
And what about that 14-year-old boy yesterday just going out of his door to go to school, and that happened to him?
Yeah.
No, it just like makes sense to me. It really does.
No, it really doesn't.
2 seconds, I'll be back.
You need
The
to do
IP
that.
addresses, guys. When it comes to if the police are involved and they have been seen what's been going on, they can actually request TikTok to take the account down.
First time I've seen this funny.
Is it?
Yeah, you've been here a while now.
Since October, I think it was last year.
Because I know someone it happened to not so long ago.
Unique P, can you turn your volume up?
I'm not even a weekend, like Monday to
Can
Friday.
you hear me?
Really, really quiet. You are.
Very, very quiet.
Well,
There you go, baby.
You sure that?
Sorry, everybody, I'm coming now. Have a nice day, baby. Bye. Right, I'm back. Oh, what's the matter? Is everybody all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Oh. Sorry, I know I call him a he. I know I do. But listen, he openly comes on here and says he's got no plans to go into a transition. So I'm just, that's my opinion. Sorry. But I just think it was sad. And sad on all levels. All
Right, no one
levels.
could hear me before. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You will?
Right, brilliant. Can you hear?
There.
Can you all hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Right, so what I was saying was IP addresses can be flagged by the police, but it's the police that has to request it from TikTok. That's how it works. So if he's going to get a violation, his account's been took off him, it will have to go via the police first. It will have to come from them for them to
Sorry, you're
request
going low again.
it. Oh. Can you hear me now?
Whoever that is, you have to jump back in the box because it's not letting you load. So try it again.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can.
Right, so what I was saying is if his accounts are going to be removed and it goes through the IP address, then what will happen is the police will request it. The police will have to request it for him to be removed from social media itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, what happens nowadays is they'll get warnings after warnings after warnings. TikTok doesn't do sweet F all. And unfortunately, with having the young ones on this platform, there's going to be struggling to start doing that. I saw the screen recording. Now, let's go back on.
Down.
Oh,
It's
is it
coming from you, my darling?
Sorry.
Obviously, if you go back on and look now, they've all been removed.
Sorry. There.
That's okay. Thank you, my darling.
So unfortunately, that's how it'll work when it comes to the police. They will flag it. The IP address will be flagged, and it'll be hard for it to come back on. Unfortunately, like with the kids being on this app, me personally, I think TikTok now should be turned to over 18s only. That's just my opinion, because obviously what goes on this app.
The thing is, unique.
The thing is, though, is with the 18 thing, is the kids will get round it.
Exactly. How on earth do you police that? Or
Surely
monitor it?
TikTok now, the money that's involved, they could do so. It's a different side of TikTok where it's only for kids, no adults are allowed onto it.
I get that.
Like-
Yeah, I 100% agree, Pearl. To be quite honest, I've distanced myself away from this app for a few days for what's been going on. Because I got a lot of shit going into Mama Kaza's live not so long ago. And I was like, wow, like opened my eyes. I can't stand bullying, I'll be honest. If you ain't wrong, fair enough, own up, own your shit, apologise, leave it like that. But I think people just drag shit on, don't they? And this app's just going to shit, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's
You're
come
right,
to the
Unique.
point now where it's like a man on chasing everyone, if that makes sense.
It's
I know,
just horrible.
I know things
absolutely
do
horrible.
wrong. I get that. I do get it. Like, we're all human. Everyone's human. If someone tells me they're perfect, I'll tell you you're a liar, because no one's perfect. There's no such thing. Like when someone says, "Oh, I've got a perfect life now, mate." No one's perfect. So there's something always wrong. That line could be 1 year, it could be 6 years. Do you know what I mean? It's literally like that. Life's a roller coaster.
You must be unique. You must be near from me because your accent's very similar.
Well, I'm originally from Yorkshire, but I live in North East.
Well, Yeah, well, I'm Yorkshire, that's why I knew.
You're not Sheffield, are you?
No, I'm West Yorkshire, Wakefield.
Yeah, mate, I used to live in Sheffield, to be fair, but we moved to North East due to schools and education systems flawed and shit. And I had to get my little baby into a SEND school, and there were none in Sheffield, so we moved where his dad was. And we moved in 2020, and we got him into a school for the September 2020. So, most amazing thing we ever did. People say to me, "You've got family everywhere, but nowhere in North East." And I'm like, well, my baby's education and everything else comes first. I'm not asked about myself. Like, my son comes first. He used to cry because I'm self-employed. I can do what I want. Like, I can work from my phone, from my laptop. But my partner at the time, his dad, obviously, was working all over the place, working away, doing this and other. And it broke my heart every time his dad were leaving for work. And he were crying. He wanted us both. And I was like, well, what's going to help the situation? Because, like, school's shit. He were in mainstream school. He had an EHCP. So we just relocated. And he's a very happy little boy, and he's got both of us. So, you know what I mean? It's double.
That's great. And are you happy up there?
I'm going to say yes. I am perfectly happy where I am. And I'm more chilled than I was, like, stressed out all the time and stuff, because there's both of us together. The thing is, like, we're a tag team. We do things together. We're a family unit. But a lot of people turn around and say, well, you don't really talk about your private life. No, because it's private for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, I am a SEND parent. Yes, we have gone through loads of shit with Connor when it comes to education. Do I think the education's flawed? Yes, I do. The thing is, like, I had to do something that would benefit us all as a family, not just how obviously Connor is. Like, he's not long since been diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. Now, this person everyone's going on about was sat on live taking the piss out of children with ASD, with ADHD, with Tourette's, faking to have seizures. Now, my little boy had to have an EEG done not so long ago to check if he had epilepsy, because he has blanking out episodes.
Yeah.
And he was still having the blanking out episodes when he were having this scan done. But they said because it weren't electrical, it wasn't epilepsy. It boiled down to his Tourette syndrome he's got. Now, he's not long since been diagnosed with it, to be fair, and I was quite shocked, but I didn't realise how connected ASD and Tourette syndrome was.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 10 in November, he's 9 now, it's 10 in November.
Yeah.
But, like, getting the help for him is shocking.
It's a fighting battle, isn't it?
Like, don't get me wrong, the school that he's with, right, and I'm not going to bullshit you, the school that he's with, it's absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't have asked for a better school. They're absolutely amazing with him. My little boy didn't speak at all. He only started speaking properly 2 years ago, and he's 9.
Have you just got the little boy?
I've only got one, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason being is it put me off when I miscarried back in 2020.
Right, okay.
And we decided, obviously, Connor is enough. With Connor with his disabilities and everything else, I wouldn't want to put another one in the mix. People may think I'm being harsh when I say that, but
I agree with that.
the thing is, Connor is hard work now, so bringing another one into the mix, I think, is a little bit unfair. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, that's lovely as a mum.
In each to your own. Like, my sister's got 2 with additional needs, and I won't change them for the world. My other sister's got 7 and 4 with additional needs. Do you know what I mean? So the thing is, like, each to your own. But me personally, I am now 31 with a soon to be 10-year-old, and I don't think having another child now in the mix that could definitely have the same as what Connor's got. Me personally, I don't think I would be able to cope, and that's just me being honest.
No, exactly,
That's
love,
just,
and
that's
you
just
know,
my honest opinion on it.
no, and you've got to be admired for that. But you know what makes me laugh when you say I'm 31, as if I'm 51.
I literally, like, no, you know what, right? I come from a family of, like, my dad, his mum was a gypsy, a traveller. And obviously I do come from a big family. And there's 11 of us, i.e. as in my dad's children. And then you look at the grandkids and there's like 30 odd different grandkids. And it's like the things that Pearl said, I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want obviously getting shit, but my dad used to call us something totally different. Now, when Pearl first come out with it, I laughed because there were a saying about, did you climb trees when you were younger? Now, if you understand that saying, you'll know what I mean.
Well, exactly. And I was from, I mean, Pearl won't remember because the last time I spoke to Pearl, she was absolutely...
I shouldn't laugh, Pearl, right? But you know, when you first come out with it, it just brought back what my dad used to call us when we were kids. But it were a different word to what you said.
Well, I'm from a big Irish family, and my mum was one of 11.
I'm one of 11.
So, yeah, and I spoke to Pearl ages ago, and it was when she were having, she won't remember because she was absolutely smashed, but it was funny as anything. And she hasn't, I'm not going to say she, because you hear, Pearl hasn't a bad bone in her body.
I'm subscribed to Pearl, to be fair. I have been for the past 3 months. I think third tier come up this morning, to be honest.
I mean, I lost my mum 5 years ago. She was only 67. And but you, Pearl, just remind me of my mum. You say it how it is. And my mum were terrible. She were one that had said, well, if you don't like it, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
And there was someone the other day saying you shouldn't be swearing. Well, I was brought up with swearing. It was my first language, was swearing.
I think it were for everyone, especially if you were born like 80s, 90s. Like, you know, like, you know, when I look back at it now, I'm thinking, you know, the generation of these children nowadays do not know what punishment is compared to what we had when we were younger. My dad is.
I have a 19-year-old daughter, and I was with her weekend, and we were driving about, and I said to her, "Will you stop swearing?" And she said, "Well, you do." And I thought, "Well, yeah, I do."
Your old daughter, right? So does she watch TikTok then?
To be honest, Pearl, she was the one that put me on TikTok. But prior to all this, probably about 2.5 years ago, because I'm not going to tell you on here, but because of I'm retired now, but because of my previous employment, I knew about the internet. So she put me on it and said, so you can look at what I'm doing. But when you know that we're all dancing and carrying on and doing them dances and stuff. So I got onto it. But now she's more like Instagram.
You know, like there, so Instagram, so they're on all of these things. So what happened last night, right, and what's gone on a few times, from a child's view of it, what does your daughter say to you about what he done last night?
She'd be absolutely devastated. And if I said to her, I mean, she's coming tomorrow, she'd say, I'm not even watching it, Mum.
Yeah. Well, that was what I'm saying. And like after that, you could have went anywhere and watched it. But for the bit what I seen as I was reporting, do you know something? I physically could not because I knew what had happened. Like while I was reporting, obviously you could see the top half. I couldn't have gone back and watched that like all the way through because just what I was seeing while I kept reporting that live was absolutely so upsetting. Was on another level, and you know when you expected the worst happening, that's what I was expecting at any second. I mean, a lot of people saying the blunt side was to wherever. I didn't see that. All I seen was that, and then go towards the neck. And I thought, oh my sweet Jesus Christ, what am I sitting here watching?
I think it's a
But
cry for help. I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie.
Katie's just sorry to interrupt. Katie's just hit the nail on the head. I think with our kids now, they just don't use it. My daughter, she goes mad at me now. And why are you on TikTok? And that lady's just said that her son, he'll chat to his friends on like Instagram or
See, I don't know about anything like that, but most
Snapchat. But I think the kids are fed up of it all because they know that there's. And I tell my daughter, and I've told her since. I mean, my daughter didn't get a phone until she was 13, and I said, her grandma bought her a phone when she was 5, and I just threw it in the bin.
Yes, I agree, Emma. The people that do SH online for where they're making poor people who, even vulnerable adults, right, think, oh, that's fine, that's the way that you go about this thing, should be off. End of, should be off. So I totally agree with you. Sorry, girls, keep jumping in.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. That Hey Maidens. So if that was the setup, then what was the incident where he had the other one a number of weeks ago and threatening Tony? Was that set up?
See, I don't see all this because you guys, you don't even know me. I'm not a TikToker. I watch stuff and this, that and the other, but I don't watch a lot of things because of that. When I see something bad, I just come out.
Right, people saying that's a setup then because that was beside the phone, right? How do you know that they weren't already trying to do something before they've come on live and it was just there, right? This is what we don't know, what's going on behind the scenes. How do you know that this person wasn't even thinking about doing that before, then was riled up and come on the live? And that's how come it was so easy to get. Listen, nobody should think, well, this is what they were going to think, or nobody should think that. In my opinion, that is a cry for help. And especially when it's a young person, that was a cry for help to do that online, and that's not a fair point. It is, because how do we know, hey, maidens, that like the infested one wasn't going to do something before they come on live or thinking about it? How do we know? How do we know where their headspace was? You don't. And nobody will ever know for him. I'm sorry.
Totally agree with you.
Nobody will ever know. And that's, to me, like, it should have been sectioned. End of. It should have been sectioned.
It should be.
Yeah. That's my point on it. There should be no ifs, buts and about it. It should be sectioned and get proper help.
I know, Pearl. Do you know how difficult it is to section somebody?
That there should have been the easiest thing in the world, what he was doing online
I know,
last night.
but
anybody like that. Honestly.
I know, but Pearl, it's not that easy, love. And they were all saying, not that last night, but the night before, and they were saying the police can't section. To section somebody, you've got to be, first of all, arrested under the Mental Health Act.
Under the Mental Health.
Right? Then go to a psychiatric or a place of safety. And it can take probably, I don't know, 48 hours for a professional, a mental health professional, to come and assess, to section somebody, because you are totally taking the liberty away. Totally.
Changing in the mental health department then, because that is so sad. How many people will have lost their lives waiting for that 48 hours to get something done?
I'll speak to you privately, Pearl. You don't have to tell me, love. And I don't talk shit.
No. I think
I talk because I know. And you're completely right. It's up until that point where it goes and people say, well, why have police smashed the door and this, that and the other, and give her time to walk downstairs? Well, it could be a minute for somebody to take their own life.
Hello.
Hi.
Right, I can talk for experience. I've lost a partner by suicide. My son tried doing it. There's no help out there.
Do me a
They won't
favour,
section
don't
him.
mention them words. Will you just say unalive yourself something just because you'll get bananaed or I
Yeah.
want to so sorry.
Right. So, yeah, they won't section him. The police and everything got involved. There's not enough beds. There's not enough staff. And that last night was totally out of order. I am so disgusted with this app that people can come on here and do things like that when there's actually people that's on this app that are going through similar situations and they don't need to be seeing it when they're going through.
You agree?
Well said, Andrea. Well said, love.
I am absolutely, I am disgusted. I mean, it was 3 years ago when my partner did it.
Yeah.
And we're still suffering. Now I've got a son that's done it, but there's no help. Nobody wants to know.
No, you're completely
That's what
right,
I
love.
said. For all it's an app, there's real people out in the real world going through these real problems, and it's so wrong on so many levels. So why should... What if that had been somebody who'd just been, like, coming to terms with things that had happened, and then all of a sudden, bang, they've switched that light switch on again and made them do something.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. We are still coming to terms with it, even though it were only 3 years yesterday, and then we come on live to see that.
And then you see all that again. Yeah.
And then
It's
it, yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah.
Ladies, can I just
It's
clarify
disgusting.
something, please?
Horrendous.
Sorry, Alison, yeah?
My apologies. First and foremost, you don't get arrested through the Mental Health Act. If you are a danger to yourself and a danger to others, the police will be called, an ambulance will be brought for you. If you are designated a CPN, a mental health nurse, the CPN or whoever's on shift at that time will come, or a doctor will come. Now, last night to me, watching that, because I speak daily from my heart, because very close members of my family, a person of my family is a self-harmer. To me, last night, this person is very confused. This person has got delusions of grandeur, which this app has caused this person to get because of perhaps situations within their life of what they're going through. I personally believe this person does need help, but last night to me was a big farce and a total disrespect to people and triggering point to people who do self-harm. Because
100%.
because at the end of the day, if it was a fact that this person was going to SA last night and the police were called, the door would have been taken off. She would have been took at the person, because I won't call the person as she. The person would have been taken off with the police escort. You don't get arrested. It's only if you've committed an offence. And to have mental health issues is not an offence.
No, they just detain you.
No,
That's right.
they will keep you there until the ambulance comes.
Yes,
It's when
so
you
they
are
just
a
detain
danger to when you are a danger to yourself and a danger to others, that is when they will detain you.
Do you not think,
Yes.
Alison, by being on live and doing something like that, you are a danger to others because you could be putting that into somebody else's mind to do that?
Yes, of course.
Pearl, I
Yeah,
totally
that's
agree
true.
with you. I totally agree with you. But that person does things what are premeditated. Now,
Yeah.
somebody who is going to SA is, unless you have got severe psychiatric issues, you are not going to do it in front of an audience.
Well, the statistics are, and I will say this, and like I say, I can't say my experience, but if you're going to do something like that, it's within probably 48 hours, and nobody would know about it.
Exactly, 100%. I do believe it was done for views. I do believe the person has certain issues. Perhaps I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I've worked along dual diagnosis for many years, but that's substance and mental health misuse. I can see there are certain issues there, but like I said, I'm not qualified to diagnose anybody. I only worked alongside.
Yeah, me too.
This app feeds into people's egos.
Yeah.
They have delusions of grandeur,
Yeah.
and they this isn't reality. Even though we talk about reality things on here, it gets blown out of
It's in
proportion.
real life, so this is my problem. It's yes, we all know it's not
Exactly.
reality. But
I totally, Pearl, I totally agree with you 100%.
End
This,
of
this
section.
person needs to have a 3-month ban or 6-month ban or whatever ban until until such times that certain things, I think when certain things appear on screen, they should have an instant ban straight away. Red flags should come
What
up.
I'm trying to say is the law should be changed, right? So somebody is going to think twice about this. Or if not, we know they really have got mental health issues, right? If somebody on this app, in front of children, vulnerable adults, whatever, there should be laws by TikTok that the police are involved and you're arrested, and it could be a criminal charge. It would stop all of this for clout, for views, for to do whatever.
Totally agree with Pearl. I totally agree with you.
I totally agree with you, because there was a young boy yesterday who was 14-year-old and he's been stabbed and he's died. And it's so shocking to find that you come on here and she's doing that after it was announced yesterday there was a 14-year-old innocent boy who got stabbed, and she's doing things like that.
Should be on TikTok, any social media, not just TikTok. Anybody who attempts to do anything like that, and
Totally agree with you.
especially the way that was handled last night, and 10 or 11,000 people was in that live egging him on. That should be them with the comments, them that's doing it, them that was jumping in the boxes to say it should be arrestable offence.
It is, and knife crimes are. So I can't understand why nobody, she's been arrested for it.
Because how she did it, or how he did it, he threw it behind him. He didn't do anything menacing with it. Threw it behind him. You know, that's what I'm saying. That was a calculated move last night to get this sort of reaction.
It's a very sick move to do, to be fair.
Very much so. I totally and 100%
very
agree
sick.
with you. Totally 100%. Anyway, ladies, thank you for letting me come in. Pearl, have a good day.
Anytime, you too, me baby. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Pearl, can I just say something quickly?
Yeah, of course you can, Lex Morning.
Oh my God, Pearl, I love you. I'm like a fan. Sorry, that's all I need. That's not what I wanted to say, but I just wanted to say
Lex.
Thank you.
I'm a bit nervous, sorry, but
I haven't got a clue. How do I get off there, ladies?
You too, Alison. Thank you.
I don't know how to.
Sorry, Lex.
But sorry, I'm nervous. But so to start with, you can be sectioned by the police on section 136. I've spent my life in and out of hospitals, and being sectioned from experience. No, you can be sectioned under a mental health act by the police. It's called a section 136, where they take you to a 136.
Yes, you can. Yeah, she's right what she's saying.
Well, they can take you to a 136.
Actually sectioned though. It's the
It is being sectioned.
It is.
Can we just let Lex finish speaking then?
all right. Sorry. Go on. Sorry, Lex. Go on, love. Go on.
So, from experience being sectioned, it's being in those hospitals when I was like a child, it was terrifying, and I've come out with trauma from it. So I think a lot of people think, oh, we need to section them, but it's not always about what someone says or does. Like if they're in, I don't know how to word it, but basically, so I have a friend that died last year because she, Lex, you sound like a child. I'm 21 and I've just woke up. She died because there wasn't enough beds. And I just think there's I feel like the person we're talking about last night doesn't need to be sectioned, because that'd be taking a bed from, someone that...
Well, listen, I think he should have been arrested, if not sectioned, and then for a mental health team to come and assess him and to see, was it definitely mental health things? Because that last night was absolutely on another level. On another level.
TikTok at the minute, I'm seeing loads of people like romanticising being in a psychiatric hospital, and I can just say from experience, it's something that like haunts me every day. Like I can't even look at a pot noodle without having heart palpitations because of what I've seen. So, like people, there's stuff in hospitals that no one should ever see or hear, and I just want it to be like, I don't know, it annoys me on TikTok when people romanticise that. So that's all I had to say, and I'm a bit nervous.
Thank you, my baby, for coming up and saying thank you.
Well done,
And everyone in the comments, I'm only seeing the not nice comments, but yeah, it's okay.
Just don't react to them, darling. Well done.
Just ignore them, Lex.
Right, I'm going to drop down now, Pearl, because I've had my say.
Thank you, my baby.
Thank you for letting me in, Pearl.
Hey, Lex, anytime, my baby, right? And just enjoy and just don't read the comments, right?
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for the nice
Have a lovely day, my baby. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Sorry, you were saying drop down there. Oh, they've gone. Sorry. Oh. But yes, what was I going to say? It's that last night there should be a law come in where even if they wasn't sectioned for doing what they done last night, they should be arrested, and it should be a new law on TikTok where anybody who even attempts to do anything like that should be arrested, and it should hold a prison sentence for it. You watch how quick people would stop doing that.
The thing is, though, is from what I've been reading here, apparently he went out clubbing after the hospital, after he went up to the hospital. So...
No, that's what should happen, and that's what should be fetched in. And if it takes somebody with a half a brain to set a petition up to get it into Parliament for anything on any social media, for anybody who attempts anything that is a criminal offence in the real world should be still a criminal offence on here, but for it being on social media, it should be an imprisonable offence. And it would stop it. End of, it would stop it.
The thing is, this country is still so far behind with social media. You know, they think that everything's live, walking down the street or shoplifting or this, that and the other. They need to get a grip of what's happening online, and I've said this for the last 20 years. And you're right, Pearl, there needs to be, the government, they keep bringing little bits in and little bits there and little bits this, that and the other, but they don't realise that social media is a part of everybody's life. And there's some serious shit going on there, not on the streets. Well, there is on the streets, I get that as well. But they need to start focusing as well on what's going on the internet, and not...
say this is not real life. Let me tell you, right? There's more people sit and watch social media now than what will be going out and like... speaking in the streets, going out to pubs and whatever. There's more people who'll sit on TikTok and they go from box to box to box to see what's going on. They're all getting involved. So there's more influence on social media than what is in the real world. And I think this is...
You know what, Pearl? When I was in my job, I used to go to parents and I used to say to them, your child is more at risk sat in the bedroom on social media than going to a fairground.
Exactly. It's just wrong on so many levels. But that would stop it in a heartbeat if TikTok like joined forces with the police and done something where there was a law to come in, and anybody who done anything remotely like that on here to hold a prison sentence. You watch, there'd be no more of it unless it was somebody really seriously mental ill.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, Pearl, is the internet, people just think, oh, it's just in the UK. The internet is worldwide, and with technology and stuff, it's just developing daily. You know,
Hello.
It's just a horrendous place. Can I just
Sorry,
say
can I listen to Emma for 1 second, please.
I'm just saying that the police can section you because I got sectioned 3 years ago because I was in a bad place. I climbed over the bridge, and the police did section me, so the police can section you.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Hi, boys.
Hi.
Sorry, where's she got? Oh, sorry, Emma, to hear about that. But
I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place now. I'm on medication and that, but the police can section you.
yeah, well, that's good. But it's not even just about sectioning. If somebody's going to come on like he did last night onto here and cause absolute fucking outrage, there should be something where it's an arrestable offence and you watch, it wouldn't happen no more on here, and that's my opinion on it. End of. Not for people if they're mentally disturbed, they should be sectioned, but if it's done for attention, done to fuck people's lives up basically, it should be a prison sentence. End of. And I'm not being a little
Can you speak
snowflake
French?
or anything like that.
Can you speak French?
Bad French.
Speak French, yes.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh yeah.
Go on, Pearl, do your bit.
No, I'm just saying, and that's my opinion on it, because that last night made me sick.
No,
What?
I mean speak. No, I mean speak French.
No, I'm not speaking French. I speak enough French like the young boys here.
Okay.
Pearl's like the rest of us. She speaks bad French.
I do. So, whose else's opinion on any of this? Emma, I'm sorry to hear your story there, me baby. That's sad.
I'm in a better place. Yeah, I'm in a better place now.
I hope you're okay, Emma.
Yeah, I am now. I'm in a better place.
Good, good.
But you know something, and I'm sure it's on. I don't know if the Observer's still in here. If I'm sure there's, you know, the helplines and everything like that for anybody that has been affected by this. I'm sure it's on the Observer's page. I couldn't swear to it, but I'm sure it will be on there.
There should be. I mean, the Observer posts a good amount of information, so hopefully there is.
It's bad on so many levels. It's bad. Morning, Mr. VHS.
Hi, are you all right?
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I'm champion, yeah.
Zach's put some up as well. What's your opinion on last night?
I didn't know what happened. I don't know what happened last night. What happened last night? Just kind of like without resurfacing the pain, because it sounded like something really serious happened. What happened?
Well,
I'm going to drop down, Phil. Can you, drop me out?
Emma, thank you very much for coming up, me baby, and speak to you soon. Thank you.
Love.
See ya. It was the Elphaba one. Put a sharp object to the throat and had 10, nearly 11,000 people in, was going on another level, but then people saying it was all for views, that it was made up. It knocked me absolutely sick to hear about it, and I think anybody, whether it be threatening to do it, to try and do it, to show things that they're going to do there should be a law on TikTok where they should be arrested for something like that and took clean off, because how many people are affected last night? Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, regardless if it's fake or not, it's still threatening behaviour.
And I reported that live last night, and I'm openly saying it, and if Elphaba's watching, I don't really care, either 40 odd or 50 odd times, and that came back with no violation. Because that
Can somebody please just pin the message that the Observer's just put up about not posting any videos of it, as it is a criminal offence?
In the box, I can't post. Come up in the box and come and say, oh yes, that last night. Nobody should be reposting that. Is it still on to repost? It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but
Observer, do you want to jump up a minute? Yeah, no violations, Lee. And either 40 odd or 50 odd times I reported that why it was going on last night.
Everybody that was putting in reports about it would have been getting no violations back.
That's horrendous.
It's sick.
Horrendous.
But sorry, Observer, I can't pin anything while the boxes are open. But if you want to jump in, feel free. But nobody should be reposting that video at all. Nobody, because that was sick. Who wants to? And if anybody wants to sit and watch that, well, I'm not being just saying it. You're fucking sick yourself, because that wasn't nice. It was on another level.
Well said.
There's consequences held for when people does things like this, because how many kids last night will have saved that screen recorder? Thank you, my Geordie. How many people will have screen recorded that last night and keep that and maybe keep playing it? Oh my God. I think it should, anybody, myself, anybody who attempts to do anything like that on here, or eggs people on to do anything like that, should be, I can't even say what.
It should be taken off.
The thing is, Pearl, it'll be school kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sad thing, because they think it's funny, don't they? And it'll be all shared around classrooms and this, that, and the other.
Not even just about kids, though. I guess that's the worst thing, where it'll be shared around, right, amongst the kids. But just think as well, to any parents that's on here that's lost their children through this way or whatever. The amount of people this is triggering, it's going to have like a ripple effect, is unreal. And it's just wrong on every level. Even anybody joking about it.
No, you're right, love. It's completely wrong. Completely wrong.
Kids, listen, I'm sorry. It's, look, they're starting to come now. He's my little tenant. There's my Byron.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Byron.
So, listen, I will come back after I've had my busy spot, and then whoever wants to speak about it can. But thank you for everybody coming in the boxes, and thank you for everybody for listening. And if you see anything like that else, again, keep reporting it, because it's not fun.
And thanks for having me in, Pearl.
You're welcome. Anytime, you're welcome. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining.